Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is finally here. It is finally makselife launch week. Okay, so if you are part of the planner community, then you already know about makselife and their planners and their goal setting system and how absolutely incredible it is and how incredible Sierra and her team are. And this year is no different with the incredible lineup of products that they have. They have new planner covers, they have new folios, new accessories like washi tape and sticky notes, and it is also exciting. But for me, selfishly, the most exciting thing is that I have my artwork on a makselife cover. I can hardly believe it. Every time I look at it, I'm like, I can't believe that that I have something on a planner cover with one of my absolute favorite companies in this community. I am truly beyond honored. And if you purchase this planner, like, I'm honored even more. I've had a few people say that, you know, this is their number one pick or they're getting this cover. And I kid you not, every time someone tells me that, I try not to burst into tears because I'm honored. It's really the only word that I can come up with. I'm just so incredibly honored. So thank you in advance. So in today's video, this isn't the only planner cover we're gonna look at. I've actually was able to grab a few. I am a makselife affiliate, so full disclosure there. And we were able to order ahead of the launch so that we could check some things out for ourselves and share our thoughts and share them with all of you. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and let's get started. But before you move ahead, you might want to grab some coffee, some tea, or even some wine, because I'm going to put this all in one whole video for you to make life easier for you and for myself as the creator. But I will be sure to put timestamps down below in the description of this video, so if there's a specific product that you are looking for the 2024 launch, you'll know exactly where it is within the video. All right, now let's get started. Okay, so first up, I really wanted to talk about packaging. One, because if you're new to the makselife brand and system, this may be something that you're not very familiar with. Well, this year, makselife upgraded their shipping boxes. Obviously, if you order more than this amount, what will typically happen is your order will go into a brown box and this will go inside of it. And what I thought was really cool is the little insert that's in here. It's kind of giving you like a step-by-step for the system to include, you know, how to connect with them by taking a photo and tagging them, the little hashtag, joining their reward program, as well as a video series to help you get started using makselife. This box is huge, you guys, which is why it's kind of hard to get in frame, but it is a very beautiful, durable box. You could even use it to keep things throughout the year as you plan out all of your goals. So there's the shipping box. Now let's talk about the box for your planner. So this year they're going to be the same for all of the planners. So last year it was kind of whatever was the inside paper of the planner is what would be on the outside of this box. This year they're all the same. It has the beautiful makselife logo on it. And I don't know about you guys, but I do keep my boxes because I end up putting my planners back in here once I'm done with them. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's jump into planners. And like I said in the introduction of this video, I will have everything time-stamped so that you can find exactly what it is that you're looking for your makselife system for next year. Okay, so I actually chose 3 of the new covers. I chose Radiant, which is absolutely stunning, and this is a artist series cover. The artist for this one is Allison Jansen. And then the next one that I chose is the Fresh Start cover. It is just absolutely stunning. I actually really love the purple like branding plate back here on the back. I just love it. It says, "Know this, every day is a fresh start." And then on the back, it says, "Don't forget, you're more than enough." It's just so freaking beautiful. And I forgot to show the back of the Radiant. It has like this much darker, deeper green little makselife logo on the back here. And of course, I had to get at least one of mine, right? So mine is the Just Begin cover. So it has Just Begin on the front with again and again on the back, and this sort of mint blue makselife logo plating on the back. And of course, we have to talk about the big thing this year, which is that makselife is now on a standard coil. It's so exciting because while I know that, you know, knowing Sierra personally, I know that Wire O worked for her, and it's a system that she loved and how she loved it. It truly speaks to the brand that, you know, they listened to their customers and how people preferred a regular standard coil, and they did just that. They listened to everyone and said, okay, we're gonna do the coil. So this is absolutely beautiful. It's great to see how everything fits on the coil, because I know that that was a concern, and everything fits beautifully. It doesn't look like you're gonna run out of space on this coil at all, and it's a nice, strong, sturdy coil. And before anyone asks, yes, it only comes in silver. So I wanted to take a chance to sort of dive into my cover design a little bit more. So my cover design is something that I actually created. This isn't, you know, clip art or anything. That was just kind of, you know, these shapes were already created by someone else and then, you know, put together in, say, Canva or anything like that. Nope, I actually created this. And I wanted to give you guys a really special kind of behind the scenes of what that looked like and maybe the different variations, because this obviously was not the final product. So I actually use Procreate to create a lot of the artwork that I do make. And so this was, and I have never shown this to anyone else besides Sierra, but this was the original design here. It was just kind of a thought, like really just I was just playing around in Procreate and was just kind of working with some shapes. I have a very specific brush / pen that I use in Procreate that I've loved using for years and years. And I just kind of started dabbling around with this design and, like, you know, making it bigger and seeing, you know, what could this be used for? Because honestly, sometimes I create things and it just, you know, lives on my iPad and it just stays there. Okay, so anyway, so then I was like, yeah, I don't really like that. I wanted to add a little bit more depth to it, and I kind of expanded on the design a little bit, right? And then when I was looking at it, I was like, this would be great for makselife. But of course, it didn't have all of the makselife covers. And I believe that this is one of the original ones that I did send over to Sierra, and I said, you know what, call me crazy, but I think this would make a great cover. And I changed up a couple of things, changed up some of the shapes, changed up some of the colors, and that's when I made it to this one. So if you have ever done anything like artsy, whatever, you know, if you've ever created anything, you know there's never just been like the first creation and boom, it's done. Like there's so many different variations. Like I actually still really love this cover, but it didn't have all the colors. It was missing a couple of things. You can kind of see where some of this design actually stayed. We just ended up changing colors and I just changed something on there. I need to lock it, but anyway, we took the black out. I actually like the black, but it would have been nice for washi tape. Maybe I can still talk them into doing washi tape for this. Anyway, so then here we are at the final cover before my font was added, and it's so cool to see it finally come to life. Now this was also like maybe 3 different variations. We had to change colors a couple of times. Again, that's just kind of the process of it all. So there is the front cover, and then you can see the back cover. I just think it's so cool to share that, and being able to share that with you guys is just really, really special to me. And I hope those of you that end up ordering this planner, if you order this cover, I hope that you absolutely love it as much as I do. My idea behind this cover was to incorporate all of the different colors of the areas of life that the makselife system uses, and to just kind of remember that whether you're working on one of the 8 areas or all of the 8 areas, they all affect one another, right? So even if you think that you're just working on your financial goals, you don't realize how that is affecting your, you know, your work goals, your wellness goals, your personal goals, things like that. It's all sort of like this beautiful ripple effect. And that was the idea that kind of helped this design come to life. So again, I hope you guys love it as much as I do, and now hopefully fully understand the meaning and the process and how we got to this cover. All right, now that I've shared that with you guys, let's jump inside the planner and talk about some of the details. Okay, so the makselife flagship planners are 7x9. They are all dated in the flagship and they retail for $78. So let's just open this up. Like I said, the biggest change really is the coil and the new covers. They still have the elastic enclosure on the back. And when we jump right in, you have a title page. They also changed their rulers. They used to have a shorter bookmark. Now they each come with this really pretty, like frosted ruler. I actually really like it. And this one says today, and it's got the measurements down here, as well as a tiniest little logo makselife at the bottom. And I love it. It's really easy to get on and off the coil. I would say it's slightly less thick than the Erin Condren one. I don't think it's quite as thick, but it's easy to get on and off the coil, which is very, very nice. So I'm not gonna read you every single page in this book. We would be here for 9 hours, and I know that you guys have other things to do. So you have the title page, it says makselife 2024. This one is the vertical edition, but I will show you the horizontal as well. So you've got all of the information where to find makselife, as well as welcome to the Moxie fam, what it means, all of that stuff. All of their pages are, the tabs are laminated on here, so they're gonna last you all year long. You've got built-in instructions with this system, which is going to be really, really helpful if you have not used the makselife goal setting before. So you're not going to be alone. There are Facebook groups, there's instructions, there's guided videos. You're going to have all the support that you need if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed jumping into this system. So the jumping off point is the life compass and the compass assessment. Now this is something that you can actually download directly from the website. You won't get the entire goal setting system, but if you would at least like to download and print the compass assessment, you can definitely do that. And how you get to your score on your life compass is by taking the assessment scoring in all 8 areas of life. Not gonna lie, I've kind of already cheated and started this in the digital version, which if you guys are digital planners, I am not. Mine is very messy and not very well put together, but if you are, it is a great way to jump in. I kind of wanted to see where I was going into Q4 versus where I'm at jumping into Q1 2024, just to kind of like get a pulse on how I'm doing, because honestly, I hadn't really been in my goal planner for a while. So it's going to ask you a variety of questions on how you feel about each area of life. And again, that's how you get to your score. Then you're going to have an intentions page, and it's really going to talk about like the moving forward, right? So the compass assessment is kind of how things have been, and the intentions are going to be kind of the next step moving forward. For example, one of the questions is, what characteristics do you want to nurture this year? This year I will be more, I will do less. So again, speaking in future tense there. And then this is where you will pick your word for 2024. I love having a word of the year. I don't know if you guys do, but I love mine. Mine this year was strength, and oh my God, was it fitting. So again, there's going to be another area talking about setting these goals for yourself, the 3 types of goals, what writing out your goals should look like, what they shouldn't look like. I have found this page to be extremely helpful because I found how I was phrasing certain goals wasn't really setting a goal. So for example, I liked this example the most was clean my garage this weekend. That's a great goal. Get rid of clutter, way too vague. Like, what does that even mean, right? And I used to write get rid of clutter all the time. And so it really guides you in here. Like that's just not very specific enough, right? Then it's gonna go over the 3 different types of goals: stretch, progress, and maintenance. Again, whole guide in here, a whole guide in here. It's gonna go over your annual goals, monthly, weekly, and what that looks like, as well as the reflection. And when we get to that part, I'll show you where the reflection is in here. This is also a favorite page of mine. And when you're kind of stuck and you're like, I don't really know if this is a family goal, I don't know if this is a spiritual and personal growth goal, you do have this page which lines it all up for you and kind of gives you examples as to how each goal will pertain to each area of life. Also, turning this book on itself on the coil was amazing. And this area is where you're going to map out your goals. It's kind of a page to really get messy on. It's dot grid. You can use it however you want. Then you're gonna have an area to write out your annual goals as well as a focus for each one. And each empty area is filled with a dot grid. It's kind of this light gray dot grid. It's really nice. And you're gonna work on your vision board. I actually really like this page. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do for next year, but I haven't quite decided. And then of course, another page of goal setting quick tips. One thing about makselife, you're gonna get all the tips. You're not gonna be alone. You're gonna have lots of guides. You're gonna have all the guidance you need. So let's jump into the monthly page. So the monthly in the makselife is a month on 2 pages. It is Sunday start. You get a notes column over here. They always throw up a little quote here. They do put holidays in their planners, but they're not super like in your face. They're not taking up the whole box. The font is very simple. It is a nice like dark gray color. You do get the month forward at a glance down in the lower right. Then you are going to jump into your goals because now you're setting your monthly goals. And you've got, again, the different 8 areas of life for January that you can write out your goals in. Then you're going to have this is the reflections page. And this is where you can pretty much do whatever you want. You can do a weekly recap. You can do the questions that makselife provides you, such as your wins, what worked, what didn't work, lessons learned, adjustments. You can list that all out here. In the flagship, you actually get the helpful planning tips and goal setting tips down here, which is really, really cool. I love that. I believe in all of their undated options. That is not an option, but it is in the flagship. So here's where you're gonna write your weekly actions. So you're gonna go back to your annual goals, which you then worked on with your monthly goals, and then you're gonna take your monthly goals and work on your weekly goals. So you get all of that on one page. It is dated. So again, you have the week date up here, and you can write in your goals. Now here is the vertical makselife planner. Again, they kind of took a lot of the color off. One change that they made was that there used to be a little heart down here at the bottom of the page, and now it is the life compass down here, which I think is really cool. Kind of makes it a little bit more neutral in my opinion. Even though the circle is colorful, you kind of can't see it. It just kind of looks all like rainbowy down there, which is really cool. So you do have the dates across the top. So it's day, date, and then you're gonna have your vertical columns, which are 1.5 inches wide. And you kind of have a blank header here, an area for your to-do list, and the built-in habit tracker for 7 different habits. So in between each week, that's where you're going to get the reflections and then your weekly actions, and then you'll see the week again and so on. And that's how it goes for the entirety of this book until you get to the end of the quarter. I should say at the end of the month, you're going to get a monthly reflection, which is going to ask you a series of questions every single month and an area to rate the satisfaction of the overall month. Then when you get to the end of the quarter, you're going to have your quarterly compass assessment. So what you did at the beginning of the year, you're then going to do at the end of the quarter, and you're going to write down your current score versus your previous score and talk about how your score is either improved, didn't improve, and what caused those things. So it's a nice area of reflection over the whole quarter. Then you will have a line page and then jump right back into it. Monthly view, monthly goals, a little reflection page, your weekly, and then your weekly pages. So it's quite a bit of pages here on the coil, but they all fit very nicely, and folding over on itself is super easy. Nothing is getting caught. So they did like a really good job with the cover on this coil, which I think is great because I know when they had their dailies and they've already made those covers thinner, they really listened to their community. When the original dailies came out, the cover was thicker. It might have been a little bit difficult to turn the pages, but it worked. So they made it thinner the next year, and I believe that this material is similar to that revamped daily material. All right, so let's jump to the back of the book. So after you are done with this book at the end of the year, I haven't even opened this, so some of the pages are still kind of sticking together. You're going to do your final quarterly assessment, right? At the end of each month, you're gonna have a monthly. End of the quarter, you'll have a quarterly compass assessment. Then you're going to get to the extras, which is tabbed and labeled for you. You'll have a year at a glance for 2024 and 2023, and you're going to have notes pages in the back. They are all lined for you, but nonetheless, with everything that is already in this book, I think it is really fantastic that they gave you so many notes pages that you can use for whatever you want. You do have a double pocket folder back here, which is nice and coated, so it's gonna last all year long. And then of course, I don't think Sierra would create a planner without stickers, which I love, but you do get a sheet of stickers in the back that match the 8 areas of life. You also get like a gusseted pocket in the back as well, which has that nice coating, and it matches the paper that is inside the planner. So for example, for my design, I have the yellow pinstripe. In the Radiant design, it's got this sort of like yellow, like floral design, and so in the back it's going to be the same as well. If that matters to you, I'm not entirely sure, but for me, I was like, that's really cool. I love yellow personally. It's a personal favorite color of mine, and it's going to be hard to choose which cover. I know some people are like, wouldn't you choose your own cover? I mean, I might. And so in the Fresh Start, it has like this beautiful like soft blue with a white pinstripe, really kind of hard to see on here, but that's how it looks on the back side as well. And of course, I don't want to forget to show you what the horizontal layout looks like. Again, the same changes that were made to the vertical were also made in the horizontal. So there's the removal of the little red heart there, but everything else in the book is the same, except you have a horizontal layout. This is also like a top contender for which planner I'm going to use, simply because this would be great to use this for journaling. So to keep my journaling and my goals all in one place would be really, really ideal for me. But the verdict is still out on if I'm going to be team horizontal for my goals in my Moxie life or team vertical. Not gonna lie, I'm really, really thinking about horizontal, but this is beautiful. So there is a peek at the planners. Again, please check out a lot of the other creators that took the time to make content. I know I went through this kind of fast with the planners, but I didn't want to kind of like harp on anything that, you know, the system isn't broke, so it really didn't change all that much. So I didn't want to sit here and go like page for page and read you everything. Like I said, not a whole lot changed with the Moxie Life goal setting system because it really didn't need to. It really is a great goal setting system. All right, now, in case you are not a coiled planner and you're like, I want to set goals, but I don't need all of this, of course, Moxie Life has something for you. So one of the things that I love about Moxie Life is that they think about the fact that you may already be in your perfect planning system, but you definitely want to set goals. So they offer a companion notebook system that is broken down into quarterly books for you. I chose this theme. This one is kind of like the green and navy theme. You can also get the other one, which is like the pinks. But I thought that this would look really nice together, just the contrast. Anyway, let's get started. What are these books going to go in? They have these beautiful new folios that they revamped from last year. Mine is still packed away from last year's version, but they definitely took the time to look at the design and think about how they could improve upon it and make the books fit better, make the clasp stay on a little bit better. So they did make some subtle changes to this that I think are just phenomenal. So the folio is available in 6 different colors. I chose this raspberry color. I think that's the name of this one. It is just stunning. It is a button closure, but I don't know if you can see these. There's also 2 magnets here to help keep the cover closed, because you can actually fit quite a few books in here. On the inside, it has almost the same, actually I think it's exactly the same as the Fresh Start cover on the inside. It sure is. So they match, which is really, really pretty. It's got that light blue with the white pinstripe. It is made to fit 4 books. I have seen people fit more than 4. It's totally a personal preference. The inside is kind of like this coated material. I don't think that it was coated last year, so this is another improvement. You've got pockets. You've got additional like folder pockets here, more storage in here towards the back if you need it, another pocket, and of course the pen loop. So that is a nice place to put your quarterly notebooks in. So this is essentially what you're going to get with the quarterly companion notebook, so you don't have to leave your planning system. And they did make some changes to these books. I can already tell you there is a nice little ribbon with each book, which you can kind of see there. So you do get this first book here, which is going to have basically all of the guides and your compass assessment. So it's going to be your instructions, welcome to the Moxie fam. It's just a smaller version of what comes in the flagship, the getting started, the steps, the initial compass assessment with the assessment scoring. And these pages can be torn out if you want to. So say you want to keep this with you literally in your planner, the perforated pages can be torn out and you can add it to any book. You've got your intentions, setting goals, how to write your goals, the 3 types of goals. Again, you're going to get the entire system of instructions and guidance in here, as well as an area to write your annual goals and your vision board and the goal setting quick tips. So that's what this first book is. The other 4 books are 1 book per quarter. And each book has something really cute on the front in like silver foil. So this one says, good things take time. Just begin again and again. I love it because, you know, it matches the quote on my cover. Your only limit is your mind, and trust the timing of your life. Now, I'm not going to go through every single book because they're literally the same. You just pick one per quarter. So you're going to open it up and you've got the area to write your name. You could also even put like what quarter it's for. Again, the same like Moxie Life information, a little quote page. You're going to have a month on 2 pages. It is undated, so you will need to date it yourself. I believe over on the Moxie Life website, they still have stickers. I could be wrong, but last year they offered stickers like monthly and date dots. So that could still be an option, or you can just write it in yourself. And again, you have an area for your monthly goals and focus. You're going to have a weekly reflections page as well as your weekly actions. And you'll see the difference is there's no date up here because this is an undated book. But again, now you can have this to go with whatever planning system you have, which is what I'm kind of seriously considering, because you guys know like I am in my Hobonichi era and I'm just not giving up my planner, but now I don't have to give up my goals either, which is fantastic. And now you have one for each quarter of the year. And oh, I forgot to show you guys the ribbon, which is a gray color. And that's just kind of tucked in right here. But this way you can just kind of, even if you don't want to have your book in the folio, you can kind of just keep place of where you are in the book when you start setting your goals. And that's about how far it sticks out from the bottom, so not too bad. And all 4 of these, plus maybe 1 or 2 more books, will fit in here just fine. So if you go like right around the middle here, you can add each book. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love the way the navy and the green set look together. I'm not sure if I'm getting it like right in the middle or not. I think the ribbon is kind of right where the middle is. But if you can find the center page, then it'll be perfectly centered to your heart's desire. Let's see if I can find this one. And I believe these books are stitched and not stapled. Yep, they are stitched. There's the center right there. So you'll see the stitching. And then let's get in the very last book. All right, and this is how, let's get that ribbon tucked back in there. This is how it looks with 4 books in it, fully closed. It's not popping open at the seams. Now, if you wanted to say add this smaller book, you could maybe just place it right on top. Heck, if you wanted to. Is it still gonna close? It absolutely is going to close. So you could literally have the whole year of goal setting in the one folio. And if I haven't mentioned already, the folio is $48, and then the set of companion notebooks is $58. So you are getting the whole goal setting system for the whole year for $58. If you want the folio, that's a personal preference, but that is $48. And I'm obsessed with the raspberry, obsessed with it. Now, another new addition is their dot grid notebook, which they did have last year, but now they have them in all new color options. And of course, I couldn't resist this color once again. These are $12 and they are a dot grid notebook. So if you wanted to take out one of your quarterly books in here and just replace it with a dot grid notebook, then you've got a place to take notes. I know at one point what I did was every time I watched one of the lives, either in the Moxie Life Facebook group or Club Moxie, then this is where I would keep my personal notes and reflections and things like that from that live. So it's really cool. I think I'm gonna get this one and the green because I'm obsessed with the pink and the green, but these are just a great addition to have, and I think they're well-made books. This notebook also now comes with a ribbon marker as well in that beautiful gray color, so you can mark exactly where you are in your book. Now that we're still on the topic of bound books, let's talk about this awesome freebie that they are offering. Now, this is only available for free until October 3rd. So this is the 2023 Reflections book. It is a guided journal to help you reflect on 2023 and get ready for 2024. Again, this is only free until October or before October 3rd. After that, it will be $10. I really enjoyed that they offered this last year. I thought it was fantastic. So you have your 2023 year-end reflections notebook. Again, all of their socials, where you can find them, contact them, everything. You're going to have your 2023 year-end in review. So you're going to kind of take a look at where you ended 2023, where you're currently at, where you were at the start of 2023, and where you're currently at, and an area of life that increased the most and an area of life that increased the least. And then you're going to go from there. And you're going to go over your wins, your highlights. Now, I have a tip for this, so hold on. You're going to go through your challenges, your lessons, growth, gratitude, what's working, what's not working, impact, adjustments, and then you're going to go through your reflections. This is going to kind of lead you to where you're going to need to be for 2024 to start setting your goals. All right, let's talk about accessories. Not gonna lie, I think this is my favorite part of this year's launch. I love carefully coordinated and curated accessories, and guess what? Moxie Life did it this year. I honestly cannot figure out which is my favorite, but for presentation purposes, it's gotta be the washi. It's got to be the washi. This year, they are adding a washi tape set to the launch. It is a 16-piece rainbow coordinating washi tape set, and it is beautiful. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. I love the presentation. Again, where people are worried about like packaging, presentation, all those things, and some people don't care. I am team I care. And this is like, I honestly just wanted to sit it on one of my shelves. I was like, this is so freaking cute. So cute. I'm obsessed with it. So you get this washi tape set for $25. I love, again, I know that the packaging may not matter. I think that they just really went extra with the packaging. You do get that little piece of vellum, and I think it's to protect it during the shipping process so that, you know, it just doesn't like rub on the inside of the box there, which I think is genius. And it comes with a ring. So you just kind of pull it out. I'm gonna try my best without tearing apart the packaging, because like I said, that's what I love. So now you'll have all of your washi tape on one individual ring. So they're all together. Don't know why I said individual, but anyway, isn't that just beautiful? Like, it's just, I don't know. These are the things that us planner people like geek out over. So you get more than just the different colors of the 8 areas of life. Obviously, you get all the colors. And the washi is, I believe it's the 5 millimeter washi. The ring is 4 inches in width, if you kind of want to get an idea of how big this ring is. But this is honestly like the perfect size. And of course, they offered some coordinating washi with some of the covers. So you're gonna get the radiant, and it's gonna have the matching color for the inside of the planner. You'll also get the shine, again with the matching inside cover pattern, as well as Moxie. So I'm gonna open these up really quick. I haven't opened up any of them. This is so exciting. Okay, so I decided to grab the little notebook here so that I could grab each of the washi tapes and try them out for you. Not gonna lie, starting washi is like, it kicks my ass every time. I mean, like, honestly, just opening the washi kind of kicked my ass. So here is the radiant, and I'm actually going to grab the ruler from inside the planner to cut it. You have everything you need in this system, let me tell you. And to be quite honest, I don't buy washi very often, but if washi coordinates with something, I'm gonna be like all over it. All over it. And I just love this. The cost of the washi is $7 per set. I personally don't think that that's bad, especially because this is like custom, right? It's not like the washi that you're buying off the shelves at Michael's. No hate towards them or anything like that, but this is custom washi tape that's going to match your planner or, you know, just the theme of the planner that you're using. So there is the Moxie, and then this is the inside cover of the Moxie. It's so pretty. I'm kind of like kicking myself for not getting this one as well because I really dig like the black and white on the inside. I love it. And honestly, I hope at some point they go back to offering the covers so that you can purchase them separately, because I would have bought all the covers. I would have bought all of them. And then here is the Shine with the inside cover, and I think this one is like pink dots. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh no, pink crosses, sorry. That would be the inside of that. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I love this so freaking much. And then you can just add it to your washi ring, because the ring does open, so you can get the washi off of here if you wanted to, but then you can just add it to the washi if you wanted, and then or add it to the washi ring, and then they're all together, one big happy washi family. And now I can get mine shut again. Okay, let's try this again. It won't shut. Okay, maybe mine is defective, I'm not sure. Or maybe I opened it wrong, I don't know, but there we go. Now I got it to shut. See, it was just user error. It happens. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take a second and I am going to roll out a piece of each of these washi tapes as well. Okay, so here is all of the washi tape rolled out. The colors are just so beautiful, as you can tell. It's like you have a bold and a pastel, a bold and a pastel, a bold and a pastel. And one thing that I noticed was that this size fits right in between the dots of the dot grid in the makselife, which in this notebook is also the same in the flagship, also the same in the dailies, because they have literally thought of everything. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I would 10 out of 10 recommend at least getting the washi, because look how cute that is. Okay, next up, I love the washi, but this sticky note booklet, they also knocked it out of the park with this. I told you guys that I was excited about the accessories. This is no exception. This sticky note booklet is phenomenal. So for $22, you are going to get, I think it tells you that you get 30 sticky notes. So it's 30 different sizes, I believe. No, 30 sticky notes per individual thing. So you're gonna get 30 of these, 30 of these, 30 of these, right? But there's 23 designs. So in total, you're going to get 690 sticky notes for $22. Really cannot be beat. So I am going to grab, let's grab a vertical planner, and we're gonna see how these fit in the vertical planner. So let's check out the flag. I think that there's not gonna be an issue. They really have thought of everything for their products to fit. So this takes up 2 lines, or, you know, in planner world, an hour, maybe. You've got the list, which fits perfectly within the lines of the vertical. So this might not be as useful in the horizontal. However, I already know where this is gonna fit. You can just put it on your ruler if you need to add some lists on there. You can have it over there if you want to. I'm just gonna kind of slap this down. And then you've got the square sizes as well that fit within the columns. So this is gonna fit everywhere. It's going to fit everywhere. And then for this wider one, this is gonna work better in the horizontal. This is within 2 days. So you could do it for the whole weekend. Like you can throw your weekend plans on here. It's going to fit perfectly. I love this rainbow square. So this is more like a double half box, so a full box. I don't know why I said double half box, but there you go. That fits in there perfectly fine. But These are my favorite. I can already tell you I'm going to get another one of these. I'm going to get another one of these. It's so freaking worth it. My only concern is that I wish it had a little elastic closure to keep it shut, because if I throw this in a bag, I'm going to destroy it. That's my only issue with it. But I love it, and I love the outside, the gray with the makselife colors. It's perfect. All right, let's flip the book over, because now we're going to talk about the mini sticky notes set. I also love these so much. They come in bold and pastel. They are sold separately. They are $14 each, but you get a lot of sticky notes, you guys. So you see all these colors, you're going to get all these colors, and you're going to get 100 of each. That's right, 100. A whole 100 of each. So I'm going to take one of these out because I'm not going to take them all out. You can see the colors here. This is the bold. This is the pastel. They're kind of like these little chunky sticky notes. They are just so friggin' perfect, and they are snuggly in there. I really want to get the yellow out because, you know, yellow is my color. But this is how, look how thick that is. That is a lot of little sticky notes on there. And we're just going to take one off, and you can see how it fits in the vertical absolutely perfectly. You could also just put this down sideways if you wanted to just block off some time. Let's show some love to the horizontal really quick, just to see how it will fit in there. So this is going to work really well in this side box. It's going to fit just fine in there. Obviously this is wide, right? It's going to fit, but it'll also fit vertically as well. You're still gonna have several lines to choose from, but it's gonna work in both planners, which is fantastic. And then the great thing about these is that you can literally turn them into full-on stickers by just grabbing a little like glue or an adhesive tape runner and finishing off the part that isn't sticky, and then you've literally got thousands of coordinating stickers at your disposal. And I cannot get this back shut, and I don't want to tear it, but you're going to have sticky notes literally for the rest of your life. Okay, so my overall thoughts are, I think that makselife really knocked it out of the park this year. I think they have really beautiful cover offerings for everyone. Clearly, I do not have every single cover with me today, but there are covers for those who don't love florals, for those who love florals, for those who love more of a modern design. There's even a solid color cover out there for those who don't love any of all of this, right? And I think that they've done a really good job on being really inclusive with their covers. So even if you have your own planning system and you're like, I just need some help with goals, then they've got you set with that as well. And again, maybe you don't even need the goal setting or the planner. They've got some crazy cute accessories, and I know that there's more to come, so you're definitely going to want to stay tuned. You can find more information about the products over at makselife.com. Join their Facebook groups. There is so much helpful information and so many helpful people within the community. You will not be disappointed. So I also did get the Club Moxie binder, but unfortunately I am running out of time. That may be included in a later video this week or next week, so stay tuned for that. But I definitely wanted to get this part to you before launch. Okay guys, that was everything for this look at the 2024 Moxie launch. Be sure to check out the hashtag Moxie Review Crew so that you can take a look at what some of the other affiliates are sharing over on their channels and over on their social media. I can't wait to hear what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know what you are ordering, and stay tuned, because there will be a giveaway over on my Instagram, because I definitely want to share my artwork with one or two of you. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them down below in the comments. Make sure that you're subscribed so that you know when all of my videos are posted here on YouTube. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted here on YouTube. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.